Hello everyone, this is Rabbitearsblog, and welcome to my commentary series. Every 25 videos or so, I will do a commentary on any TV show, company, or channel that interests me, or is requested by other users. For example, for the 25th video, I will do a commentary of Rabbitears Productions. On the 50th video, I might do a commentary on the kids channel Nickelodeon. On the 75th video, I might do a commentary on the kids channel Disney Channel, and so on and so forth. For this video, I'm going to do a commentary on the popular children's company of the 80s and 90s, Rabbitears Productions, now called Rabbitears Entertainment. Rabbitears Productions was a children's company that takes old fairy tales and folk tales such as Red Riding Hood and Jack and the Beanstalk and turns them into animated stories for children. Rabbitears Productions was well known for using famous celebrities such as Robin Williams, Meg Ryan, Jack Nicholson, Danny Glover, Denzel Washington, and Meryl Streep to narrate each story. Also, each story was accompanied by popular musicians such as UB40, Taj Mahal, the Klezmer Conservatory Band, and B.B. King that gives music to the stories, and was also accompanied by popular illustrators such as David Jorgensen, Henrik Drescher, Tim Raglan, and Stephen Guanacia that provide the stories with lively illustrations. But probably the feature that Rabbitears Productions was most well known for was the fact that the animation was done in dissolve animation, which is whenever the illustrations are animated, the illustrations would sort of dissolve into the next scene. Also, Rabbitears Productions was well known for winning many awards for its excellence, which included 2 Grammy Awards, 21 Parents' Choice Awards, 18 Grammy Award nominations, and 7 Action for Children's Television Awards. Rabbitears Productions began in 1985 and was created by Mark Sotnick and Doris Wachowski. During that same year, Mark Sotnick and Doris Wachowski created the first Rabbitears story called The Velveteen Rabbit, which was narrated by Meryl Streep with music by George Winston. At the time, Rabbitears contributed their story through Random House, and next to The Velveteen Rabbit, 3 other titles were created under Random House, which were The Ugly Duckling, narrated by Cher along with music by Patrick Ball, The Elephant's Child, narrated by Jack Nicholson, along with music by Bobby McFerrin, and The Steadfast Tin Soldier, narrated by Jeremy Irons, along with music by Mark Eisen. The series was then named Storybook Classics, which features popular fairy tales and nursery rhymes being told by the celebrities, and some memorable titles that came from this series feature How the Camel Got His Hump and How the Rhinoceros Got His Skin, both narrated by Jack Nicholson, along with music by Bobby McFerrin, Paul Bunyan, narrated by Jonathan Winters, along with music by Duck Baker and Leo Catet. The Emperor and the Nightingale, narrated by Glenn Close, along with music by Mark Eisen. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, narrated by Glenn Close, along with music by Tim Story. Pecosville, narrated by Robin Williams, along with music by Ry Cooder. And The Three Billy Goats Gruff and The Three Little Pigs, both narrated by Holly Hunter, along with music by Art Londy. Storybook Classics ran from 1985 to 1990. In 1991, Rabbitears Productions began their second series entitled We All Have Tales, which consists of stories from different countries such as Russia, Japan, Germany, and Africa. The very first story that was made in the We All Have Tales lineup was The Fool and the Flying Ship, which was narrated by Robin Williams along with music by the Klezmer Conservatory Band. Other titles that came during this series included Jack and the Beanstalk, narrated by Michael Palin, along with music by David A. Stewart. Anansi, narrated by Denzel Washington, along with music by UB40. East of the Sun, West of the Moon, narrated by Max von Sydow, along with music by Lyle Mays. The Monkey People, narrated by Raul Julia, along with music by Lee Retiner. And King Midas and the Golden Touch, narrated by Michael Caine, along with music by Ellis Marcellus and Yo-Yo Ma. We All Have Tales ran from 1991 through 1993, with some stories coming out in 1994. In 1992, Rabbitears Productions began their third series entitled American Heroes and Legends, which features stories concerning American tall-tale heroes such as John Henry and Davy Crockett. Some memorable titles from this series are John Henry, narrated by Denzel Washington, along with music by B.B. King. Brer Rabbit and Boss Lion, narrated by Danny Glover, along with music by Dr. John. Follow the Drinking Gourd, narrated by Morgan Freeman, along with music by Taj Mahal. Storm Along, narrated by John Candy, along with music by NRBQ. And Princess Gargoyle and the Birthday Pumpkin, narrated by Gina Davis, along with music by Michael Hedges. American Heroes and Legends ran from 1992 to 1993, with some stories coming out in 1994. In 1991, Rabbitears Productions created the final series entitled Greatest Stories Ever Told, which consists of tales from the Bible. The very first story to come out of this series was The Savior is Born in 1991, and it was narrated by Morgan Freeman, with music by the Christ Church Cathedral Choir, Oxford. Some notable titles that came from this series were Noah and the Ark, narrated by Kelly McGillis, along with music by the Paul Winter Consort, and Jonah and the Whale, narrated by Jason Robards, along with music by George Mechanchin. Greatest Stories Ever Told ran from 1991 to 1993. Unfortunately, during the mid-90s, Rabbitears titles started to fall out of distribution when Rabbitears Productions was switched with a different company. However, due to the numerous awards, including the Parents' Choice Awards and the Grammy Awards, Rabbitears have received over the years, and due to many fans still loving the stories, many Rabbitears stories were still available through the internet. In 2000, Chris Campbell, who worked with Rabbitears Productions when it was originally created, was able to regain the Rabbitears titles again, and along with Mark Sotnick and Doris Wachowski, Rabbitears Productions was renamed Rabbitears Entertainment LLC. Currently, Rabbitears Entertainment is now working on some new titles, including a story called Tom Thumb, which is narrated by John Cleese. Well, that's the history of Rabbitears Productions or Rabbitears Entertainment, and be sure to tune in to the rest of my commentary series. See you later!